Hi, Dave. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? I must have said that 10,000 times. Anyway, how you doing there, Jen? Nice to see you.
Doing great. Good to see you. Good to see you too, and Dave.
Yep. Good to see
And
you.
yeah. So, Dave, what were you saying in the chat that you asked AI if some of the
I,
acts
I have, yes,
yeah, if they're fake.
because
That's
I've seen a bunch. I've seen a bunch of videos over about a year that were so good. I wanted to know if
is
they
it real? I
if I
know.
could go somewhere else, and different AIs, including Grok, said no. Unfortunately, they were fake,
Oh wow.
and that I believe, like it said in Jerry's video that he posted, that the AGT production company is in on it.
Oh yeah. There are some that are so good that it's like
Well,
stupid to believe it's real. Like when they disappear, they're like shapeshifters. Like one minute it's an old man and then it
mhm,
turns into a lion and then
yep,
it's crazy. Yeah. It's total AI.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just, it's a good song.
Oh yeah, it was a very good song. I thought for a minute it was the essence of Waylon Jennings, the way he sounded. He sounded like good old Waylon.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
But
Wasn't really paying attention. I just
yeah,
heard the words. That's all.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I uh, I saw a thing, AI thing, the one where they showed a cast of an old show and the ones that are dead come on with wings.
Yeah.
And I saw one for Taxi. And not a damn one of them looked like back in the day, when not one of them looked like the original actor. So,
It's crazy.
Marilu Henner didn't look anything like what they showed in this video. I was like, damn.
Danny
Trying.
DeVito did, and still does, because I've seen that video, or one of them, and I just remember him laughing incredibly because he got into the wrong car at the airport thinking it was his, and it wasn't. The car that he wanted was in front of mine, and much nicer than the one I had brought to the airport that day. But he was very funny about it.
Dave Renegade and Teen Scott are here. How you doing, guys? Nice to see you.
Hey, Tina. Hey, Dave.
Anybody got a topic?
Yes, my son
Excellent.
he said this thing to me. He says, the arts mimic life. The arts mimic life. And I was looking that up. What is he talking about? And it's almost like pre-programming. What am I? You are in a, I know, I don't want to talk about my new location. Thanks. I call it the rubber room, Dave. It's not the yellow kitchen anymore. No, we're moving. And so we just consolidated our computers to the computer room. Anyhow, so he says the arts mimic life, or the arts mimic culture. And I'm like, do they really do that? Or does culture mimic the arts? Do we just repeat what we see? Is it like pre-programming? And I'm thinking, was there a recent violent movie? I know there was that The Purge, and it was this gunman who went in and just started shooting people thing. And then I'm thinking of music and the lyrics. And I was thinking, is there anything that was telling us in advance, look out, this crack dinner could be bad? Or maybe someone was influenced, or maybe some, I don't know, were they a transgender? Because transgenders are usually the ones recently that are shooting up everyone because, yeah, it's a mental illness. So I don't know. What do you think, Jerry? How are we pre-programmed? We're
I
either
don't know.
young,
I think that movies, TV, advertising, magazines, the internet, I
right?
think it controls how things go.
Mm,
I don't think it's us controlling it at all. I think a very few people are controlling all of us through these things and guiding society into a bad place.
Yep.
For many, many stupid, stupid people do not understand. Now, I can forgive a child, but anybody over the age of 16 should know the internet is not real, TV is not real, movies have some realistic tones to them as everything else does, but in the end, they are not real. What is real is between what's between your ears,
mhm,
and that's your brain. And people are
that's right.
not thinking for themselves.
Right.
And sadly, many people from the 60s who, like my generation, I guess, well, the generation just before me, I guess, um, they will never trust anybody over 30, this and that and the other, and they just trust whatever they hear now. So it has gotten to everyone.
Mhm.
It's almost like, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was about the pods, alien pods.
Matrix. Was
No,
that me? Oh,
No.
they
no,
weren't aliens. No, you're right.
this is a movie from the 50s.
Yeah.
But they were replacing people on Earth with aliens that look just like.
Oh,
It,
wow.
it it's almost like that, and a couple of people found out. In the end, they got them too.
Was that Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Actually, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that was a good movie.
There was one in the 70s. Donald Sutherland was in it. I can picture the guy who was in the one in the 50s. I just don't remember his damn name.
Right.
But yeah, and in the end, they got both of them. It was like almost a warning. And I mean, I look at the internet, and very little you see anymore is real. Just like the AI we were
Yeah.
just talking about, and that's just going to get worse.
Well, it gets
And
to the
once they get better at it, which will not be long, it will look real. People will look exactly as they're supposed to look. And we're going to be in a lot of problems.
Hmm.
We trust a whole lot of things. You trust every time you get on the road that somebody else ain't going to get drunk, come across the lane and kill you. Okay, we trust that, say, for instance, we're in war, that, or we know of a war like Ukraine. We trust that Russia, because we've been trained that Russia's bad, is actually killing civilians and there's all this bullshit. How do we know? We're not there. Where are we getting our information? The government.
Wow.
I am having a very hard time with what is real and what ain't. The only thing I know is what is real is what I'm physically doing myself personally.
Hmm.
And I find that exceedingly depressing. Now, me, you all know I'm kind of jaded, but uh, and it may be worse coming from me, but that's just it's like everything around us is bullshit. That's why I watch TV. I watch movies with no commercials because I hate commercials.
Hmm.
There was a time, I think it was mostly in the 70s when this came out. New and improved. The hell was wrong with the old shit? There wasn't a damn thing wrong with the old shit. To the point now, look at what we're dealing with. Poison in the food, poison in every chemicals and everything, you name it. So I I think we're being, or they're attempting to program as many of us as possible. And they've done a hell of a job because look at what we're called. Those of us who think for ourselves. And nobody's immune to it. We all buy stuff or want stuff or whatever, but I don't believe a damn thing the government says. Not one single solid. I don't believe what I when I watch them. That's why I don't watch them anymore. I don't watch the hearings, and I don't watch this. I don't watch. I know Trump most of the time is full of shit. Now, I'm not talking about his actions. I'm talking about the words he says. Oh, we're going to do this. It's going to be great for everybody. Just shut up. Do it and do it in a way that it proves it's great for everyone.
Hmm.
That some bitch got more adjectives than anybody I've ever met in my life.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know. What's Dave's opinion?
They've got us. They've got us where they think they want us, or we think they want us to be. Uh, I have some paranoia that one morning I'm going to open up my laptop like I do every morning, and that's going to be it's just going to spit right out of the screen, and that'll be it. Uh, I also have wondered why I will write a paragraph that is perfect for a post or something I want to say, and then I'll read it, and then I'll hit the delete key and throw it away, and I have no idea why that happens. I just do it. And they tell me that I'm not programmed by Facebook,
Well,
so I can't be a person in the lawsuit yet.
you
They
are
full
addicted to
75
Facebook,
degrees. Oh, I
but
know I am.
you're still questioning things.
Yeah.
See, I've known you a while now, a few years, and
Yeah.
you're no different as far as that goes from when I first met you to now.
No,
So I think
try not
you're
to.
doing fine. I don't know, but I don't even know if I'm doing fine. I don't know. It's like a perfect example
I
sales. Does anyone actually believe when you go and buy something on sale that you are actually saving money?
In the last case of me doing it, no, because I ended up spending more money to
Yeah,
fix
but
it.
you don't. They screw with numbers and then tell you it's on sale.
Yeah, they do. Oh
Huh.
yeah, oh yeah. They raise the prices all the time and
But
then
there
tell
are
you it's
people
on
out
sale.
there that literally think they saved, $500 because how you just spent 1,500. Okay, you didn't save anything, but the advertising for the
Mhm.
commercial part of this. Look at Christmas. Christmas is freaking ridiculous. It starts damn near in August now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Um,
I
I'm
know
tired of
people who are
doing
done
this,
with this stuff.
Dave, but
Like,
I'm enjoying this conversation because I think it's kind of important.
good,
But yeah, I am tired.
good.
I'm tired of doing this.
Well,
But the thing
so
is I think there's some of us, and there's a lot more than some. But I'm talking about just the people here
mhm.
um, that are. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Are
Hey,
I don't
Daryl.
know what you call them. Like back in the day, a free thinker was somebody usually you wanted to stay the hell away from. Now you want to be around them people. It's weird because a free thinker used to be like a hippie. First of all, they never showered, so but in the end, they now somebody who thinks for themselves. I try to stay. Because like you take the conspiracy theory thing. Yes, a lot of them have come true. I agree. But not everything is a goddamn conspiracy, and we forget the one vital point about the United States government or any government. They are incompetent. They're not good at this. They're not good at anything.
Well, they're good at taking your money
Yeah, and threatening if you
they
don't pay.
because they've been doing that.
Well,
Yeah,
there is that,
threatening you for
yes.
years, and then they seem to have the audacity. I wanted to say something else, but they have the audacity to tell you, "Oh no, you don't have to pay taxes; they're voluntary."
Right.
Yeah. People try that all the time. The problem
Yeah,
is that you don't have to pay taxes because you're usually in jail.
If you,
yeah.
And I don't think they can really tax 50 cents an hour. Hold on,
They
Daryl.
don't want to send you. They don't want to send you to jail. The jails are full
They don't
anyway.
care. That's $1 billion a year industry. So,
You know, it's like I think it was the Matrix where they put that the the girl and two guys in like an envelope, or it was some movie. I forget what it was. They put them in something that was like the size of an envelope and shot them out into space and said that's where they're going to be
that was
forever.
Superman. Yes,
let's see.
Okay,
I
Why
watched
would
Superman. And
way
I
too much
I
TV.
was looking at that going, if our government gets to that, space is going to be cluttered up pretty soon, and no one's gonna want to go
Right.
there.
my way of dealing with the world is to make a little bubble for myself and insulate myself from all the bullshit of life. Well, we've had different lives, Dave. Um, and just hey, Virgil, how you doing? I've seen a lot of bullshit, as we all have, but I've also been involved in a lot of it,
Mhm.
usually through my own fault. But I've gotten to the point I never want to leave my property. I don't like going to town. I don't see any redeeming quality in it. I got to go tomorrow, and I don't want to go, but I really need to, so I have to. I got to have gas. Got to have certain, and they won't deliver that shit to my house. I got Walmart delivers everything to me. Amazon delivers everything to me. I don't have to leave
Right.
for any of it, and they normally will deliver it the following day. If we had a place in Chiefland, I'd be like Jen, get it the same day. Order it at 5 a.m., get it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something. That'd be great. But I agree with that because when you're at home inside the four walls of your house, you have some control about what happens. Once you step outside of that, everyone else is in control, and how they act or whatever is going to affect you.
Mm.
So, and I don't like that. I cut out as many middlemen as possible. I wrote a poem for that chick there. Want to hear it? Well, her name is Jen, not Chick. Be respectful. And I doubt it. uh, I would quite happily stay home and never go out.
But
Yeah.
I think that's what
Well,
they
you know
hope.
what, Dave?
They
You
want
and
you.
I do have one thing in common. We are very close to being loners. I mean, you have the
Oh,
difference
but
between you and me is I have zero friends other than the people I know online, and you
oh,
know
I have
you have a
none.
lot of friends that you could.
I have a lot of friends, but I've never met them. I don't know them
Well,
personally.
I
I
know.
can't,
There's a
you know,
difference.
I
There
can't
is.
prove that any of them are real. I mean, I could prove a lot of them are real because I went to high school with a lot
Yeah,
of
I
them.
understand that. I'm just saying, but we're close to being loners.
Yeah.
And that's what we have that in common for sure. And I
Yeah.
knew that, I noticed that about you a long time ago. You just don't want to be part of society. It's not that I don't want to be part of society. I'm just sick of society, and I'm tired of the lack of respect. I'm tired of everybody thinking they deserve it.
Mm.
I'm tired of the violence. I'm tired of what the government and big companies and pharma and everything else is doing to everyone. That's it. I don't want to be involved in any of that. Now, I realize it's life. There's problems. You're always going to have problems. But we could cut down on a lot of this shit if everybody just shut the fuck up. The end.
Okay. And a lot of the happy pills that I take or that I've taken for
I
so
take them
long,
too, Dave.
I'm but I've taken them for so long, which is why I do. And then when someone says to me, if you put a teaspoon of pepper or something they'll name in a glass of water
Oh, that's the new
and
big
chug
thing. Yeah.
and chug it down, some of the stuff will go
Yeah. Not
away. And
only
even my
that, you'll have
sister,
ulcers.
my sister who does holistic health, I write her all the time and say, "Hey, I heard this. Hey, I heard that." Usually she says
Yeah.
no, but this last time I was impressed. She actually said,
Yeah.
"Yes, do it. It will do you some
Yeah.
good. Do it."
Well,
Well, have you ever thought about why you have the disease you have?
Yeah, because God gave it to me as a test.
Okay. I was talking more about mortal Earth, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't know because I didn't get to ask my dad if he was a carrier
No, no,
and could
no.
have
I'm
passed it
saying like
along.
like Jen said, shots.
Yeah.
which is very believable, unfortunately.
Well,
Um, we see people much worse off than us who just drop dead. So,
well, I have to stick a needle in my eye every 2 months, not very far, and it doesn't hurt. I'm convinced it hurts like hell, but it doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt. They numb it up so even you couldn't feel it.
Wow.
yeah, well, guess what? Nobody's sticking. I go blind first,
Well,
which
okay,
is a
it's
thing because I can't see a goddamn thing I'm reading ever.
it's. I know it sounds gross, but it's like
My
this
neighbor
much
has the same thing.
of a
Yeah, my
pencil.
neighbor has
Hmm?
the does he used to have his eyeballs scraped,
I don't.
but he now
I
has
go blind
shots
before I
put
do
into
that.
his eyes, and he says he
Yeah.
just sees shadows now. But he's a
Oh,
lot
Well,
older than you
I
too.
will. I was told that I'm not in risk of losing my sight in it, but I need the shot, and I believe
Well,
the eye doctor, and I'd like to get it to a
this
lot
is the
longer than
problem
every
I
two
have with
months.
believing everybody. Now, there was a time you believed the doctor
Mhm.
because the doctors usually were right. I don't believe doctors anymore when they say you need this or you need that. Just listening to Jen's doctor, or when Nick used to be on his daughter's doctor and some of the crap he pulled.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't believe your doctor, Dave. I'm
No,
not saying that at all.
no,
But what I am saying,
no,
what the hell is going on here? What's going on? Why did you leave the chat? Lord.
I covered that yesterday. I thought.
Somebody else. I'll answer him in a minute. Um, it's just, I don't believe anybody. And I think one of the things that has happened in this country that brings us back to what we were talking about is that we've been trained that authority is always right. Do what they
mm,
say. Even when we get that feeling deep down in our gut that this shit ain't right.
What are you gonna do?
And we you tell some people like there's a lot of cops out there that break the law constantly and are looking to put you in jail, and they'll go ballistic on you.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's just that. But if you talk about Trump, he's the problem with everything. It's insane.
When did we make the change from our parents telling us if you get lost and you see a police officer in a uniform, you can go up and ask for help and you'll get it, to now, no, you don't even talk to them. Don't even, hope they don't pull you over, and certainly don't talk to them.
Well,
You know,
if you're a
I
kid and
mean,
you're lost, I guess that's whatever. I get that, but
yeah,
I don't want to be pulled
yeah.
over, and I'll tell you
No, I
why.
know.
Because I'm going to use my rights, and I'm going to get fucked with. Simple.
See, I've been pulled over, had a smile on my face, laughed and joked with the police officer, and got told, "Hey, just remember, don't do it." And you should. It was like you should know. You're a limousine owner. You should know not to do what you did. And I go, "Yeah, I
Every
know."
limousine owner
And
knows what not to do, but they do it because that's what everybody else
oh
is
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
You
Well,
picked me out of the
one time,
crowd just to give me a lecture.
well, that's what happened. One time in Massachusetts, I got pulled over because I went through, I guess, what was a red light. Hey, Daryl. And I couldn't tell it was a red light. The car in front of me moved. He went through, so I thought it was green. So I went, and the police officer was parked right next to me, pulled me over, and he said, "I just want to know why you went through it." And I said, "Because the car in front of me went through it. And if you were sitting right there, you would have known it was so bright, we couldn't see the light. So I thought the car in front of me went because it was green." And he said, "See ya, have a good day. Just don't do it again."
All right. Well, it's not even about it. It's not about the cops. It's just authority in
Yeah,
general. And I
yeah,
I'm not big on authority. I haven't known too many people in authority that haven't taken the small amount of authority they have and blown it up so damn big they act like they own your
no,
life.
yeah,
That annoys me. How
yeah.
you doing there, Daryl? Good to see you.
Doing all right, doing all right. And yeah, I agree. I mean, authority is okay to a certain extent, but heavy-handed authority is intolerable. Um,
Yeah.
we have had some of that in the past around here. So just, tyrants that plant stuff on people and things like that. And then, just luckily those people had a camera to back themselves up in their car. That's the only thing that saved their ass and made them $10 million and pretty much crashed the system. You know what I mean? That's a county not far from me, just next county over. And they were Terry stopping people on the interstate and planting drugs on them, like people with the cleanest history in the world.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Oh,
Pretty,
there's videos all over the internet of that.
you know.
Yeah. They're showing videos like that
Well,
all over the internet,
that
on Facebook,
that particular one is on the internet,
everywhere.
on the YouTube.
Yeah.
All you
There's a
got,
bunch of them with DUIs, and then there was one with this lady cop who dumped out a bottle, but the bottle was sealed. It hadn't been opened, and she opened it, dumped it,
Mhm.
and then charged the guy with DUI.
nice.
She got fired
Yeah.
because she was
Yeah.
stupid enough to do it on dash cam. But yeah,
There's there are some that I'm sure they're paid actors that are doing them now. They get pulled over, and you can obviously see the police officer throw a bag in the car. So then the person says to them, "Why'd you throw a bag in the car?" And they act like they know nothing about what they just did. And the person whips out a badge that's supposed to be FBI or CIA or Secret Service, and the cop is like,
Yeah,
then it ends.
yeah. Literally shit their pants. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Wow. That's crazy. Well, back to the fake stuff we were talking about at the beginning. Do you think that this whole shooting thing at the press dinner was staged?
I think the whole world is a stage. I think everything's a stage.
That's good.
I don't know if it was staged, but if you watch the video that shows them out, I guess in the hallway before you go into the dining hall, there's a police officer in that scene. No, a Secret Service agent, I think, in a black uniform, black shirt and tie
Right.
suit that bends down. He's wearing a baseball cap on his head. But when he gets up, the person is wearing a do-rag across the top of their
Okay.
head and looks heck of a lot younger.
Uh-huh. Well, the guy we saw on TV had light brown hair, and then the guy they have in the composite drawing was like had black hair. I don't know. The
Yeah.
whole thing is so weird, but I just wondered what you thought. But you're right, Daryl. The whole world's a stage. It was great. And Virgil, the poem is beautiful. When I meet Jan, I'm going to give it to her. That is beautiful. Thank you.
Well, everything they refer to is good and bad actors, and it's just like it's second verbiage to them. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just like rolls off the tip of their tongue like an R in the Spanish dictionary, and
Right.
it's I don't know, man. It's really hard to pinpoint any one thing, but everything you can bet revolves around one thing, and it's power.
Oh,
So,
that's good. I
unfortunately,
had to Google mentalist. Yeah, that's what it was. A mentalist. It's a magician. They were going to have a magician show. That's who was supposed to be like the entertainment, and that's how this whole thing. They were distracted when he was talking to Caroline Levitt, and he was at the head table. So Trump and Melania were there, And he was trying to ask her a series of questions that would lead him to figure out what she was going to name the baby. And so I was like, wow, they're going to spend a whole hour or two with this mentalist. He's a magician. If he's not pulling rabbits out of hats, I don't want to see it because
Even if he
it takes
is,
too long.
you know,
Come on.
you got to see the back of the hat open and all the
Well,
Yeah.
rabbits crawl in, and then he pulls them
Right.
out.
You know,
That's funny.
there's been a lot of talk, and I don't know if it's just like back channel stuff or who, but there's actually been a lot of talk about hypnotists lately.
Oh,
If you study certain words and names and different people that's come up, this one guy worked for the government, and his job was to show people how vulnerable they was to being hypnotized in the government. You know what to make people do their bidding. And
wow.
it could be a simple touch on the shoulder with, and it just puts them to sleep somehow. They know how to do this. It's their trade. Um, but they were talking about how many people could have been hypnotized that were just waiting for a phone call with a keyword or something like that to go do something. And they have demonstrated it 1,000 times how easy it is. I've watched a video to where the guy had a fake gun, and everybody in the audience was like, "Who in here thinks they cannot be hypnotized unless they want to be?" And this guy raised his hand. He said, "Come on up to the stage, sir." And literally, as soon as the guy stepped on stage, he already had him under his control, and the guy didn't even know it. I mean, it literally just like turned him into a puppy dog. And at the end of it, he said, "Whenever I give the command, that guy right there in the front row, you're going to take this pistol and you're going to shoot him right in his head." And the guy literally picked that thing up and went through the motions of killing that guy after he gave the command. And it's just like, how simple was that? So people are masters of hypnosis out there that do that stuff without you even knowing it.
Wow.
Can they wake us all up from what we're seeing then?
Hypnotize half of the damn world with a TV show or something. Who knows? It could be.
Well, they probably do. It's like I said before you came on. I'm waiting for the day I open up my laptop to start my day on Facebook because that's what I've been trained to do. And all I'm going to see is it's your number, and that's it.
Gosh, that's scary.
It's all just. But you do it anyway. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back right by 6 a.m. I'll be back on Facebook, and I'll do it
Leaving
again.
us messages.
Wish I had that kind of time, man. I'm telling you.
Well, I tried very hard not to say it, but when you send that package after I send you the
You'll
shipping
be busy
money,
for a minute.
I will be busy for several
Right.
minutes. I will be busy for.
Well, it's in
several
storage,
minutes.
but pieces of it are in different places in the
Okay.
storage. So
It's okay. When you find
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
I will be more than ready for it because I can play with a step below it right now.
Right,
anyway.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think we're up against a really big, tall order of bullshit right now that who knows who to trust and what can you actually trust. I mean, I still believe. I know this is going to cost a little bit more money. Damn, oil just went over what, $120 a barrel. It's like 105 on crude and then 120 on some specialty shit. But to me, that's just all consequence because we already suffered worse than that under COVID. We know what it's about. We know what the objectives are. Under COVID, we didn't know. We were being blindsided and led in the dark is what we were being. But this, we know we have a clear objective. And I know I said at the beginning of this that I would be totally against it. No wars, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, man. I guess there's only so many times you can tell me that you hate my guts until I finally believe you and show you that don't really care. And,
That's what Barack Obama said to an audience one night.
yeah.
your shit, they bleep it out, and he said poop doesn't even have to be true. It's just how many times you tell people to where they start to believe what you have told them.
That was crazy. How many times have they told us what they're going to do? And then it happens and we're like, no, for real. Like when he said, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. The whole thing was opposite talk. I mean, it was, do you think that perhaps COVID and all that ridiculousness of the Manchurian Candidate was supposed to be the start of the Great Reset? Or was that just a test to see who was compliant? What do you think? A test or the real thing? Were they gonna reset?
I personally don't know who to believe.
Yeah, they were trying to test who the sheep was. That's for sure.
You know, I want to believe the president, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't know who to believe anymore. It's like Jerry said. I don't even want to open the front door of my house, let alone go out. I mean, I don't even want to go out and throw the garbage away.
Well, I tell you, as far as COVID goes, I don't know what they were doing, but you can bet they kept statistics and on who was got in trouble for not wearing a mask. They probably have a program to figure out everybody on the internet and who does videos and who's come up and said, I'm not doing this stupid shit, or the ones who fully back the government and, oh my God, people are dying, forgetting the part where most of them were dying because the doctors were killing them off.
That was going to be my next point.
Yeah.
I want to see the statistics on who got force fed the freaking remdesivir when they told them that shit was poison and it shouldn't be injected into the human body.
Not to mention the ventilators and sending old people to the homes and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, we already know two guys that did it. They did it in Pennsylvania, and they did it in New York, and nothing has happened to either one of them.
Well, I got two friends that personally died from it. Both of them from interactions at, work friends. And they were both great guys, good dudes. Wouldn't hurt a flea. One just had a kid. The other was like all in the process of having a kid. I mean, she was still pregnant when he died. And he got better. He actually asked the doctor if he could go outside and smoke a cigarette. Doctor said no. Then the next morning they had a vent tube back down his throat again.
Yeah.
And I asked his wife, Rachel, I said, Rachel, what happened? And she said, well, they gave him this drug called remdesivir. I said, then you need to sue their ass because it's already been said that will not work. And I told her, I said, go get you some, I told this girl, Ashley and Rachel both, if you will just go get some damn horse paste, man. Give them some ivermectin. Just give it to them and tell them to quit shoving shit down their throat. They'll be fine.
They swore that ivermectin, the pharma companies, swore that it didn't work.
Yeah, of course.
And then a couple of weeks ago, they started up that ivermectin is now the cure for cancer. So you tell me, excuse me, Jen, but who is full of
Well, that
shit?
points to everything I said about
that's SH.
Right.
Exclamation point.
Right. Well, that goes back to what I was saying. My theory, which I'm not a damn doctor and I'm not a scientist, but my theory on, poor man logic is this freaking, it's a viral shit they take in your body that turns to an abscess, cancerous abscess that eats your body and spreads across your whole body. And that's what I've always said is caused by parasites leaving trash in your body. So that's why you have to charcoal bind all that shit before you expel it out into your body, because you may actually dump a bunch of poison in your body from parasites. Because ivermectin literally dissolves them like in 7 stages. It eats their meat right off the bone or off their whatever. It just dissolves them. and then it shows whatever's inside of them just kind of trickles out.
And that gives off toxins because
Yeah.
I remember when I was being treated by this one doctor for Lyme's disease. And they're like, "Oh, you've got it so bad." And I think everyone who went to this clinic got a picture of their blood, and I bet it was the same one.
Mm.
It was a picture, and it was like all the cells were infected
Oh,
with Lyme's, and I was like, "That's bad." And so they're doing all these, it was crazy. And so they handled this stuff, and then they did this magnetic treatment, and they said the nest is in your liver. I don't know how they knew that, but anyhow, so that's why I was like, drinking is good. We're gonna clear this thing out. Isn't vodka like a astringent? I guess not, but I tried. And so they put this magnet, it looked like a laptop. They put it on your tummy, on your liver, and you're sitting there with it, and you never felt so sick. And the reason why was because the super magnet was supposed to be killing all the bad stuff in your liver. And
jeez.
so then you get done doing
While
that,
it's
and then you
killing
get
you.
this. Oh no, it was killing the bugs. And then they give you this thing called a Herx effect, Herx. I guess there's a real guy out there, Herxheimer or something. And he talked about this effect when the limes die. And I'm like, darn it, now I have to have another drink. And now I have this problem. And the liver enzymes are like flying. And it's not because of the limes, it's because of the vodka. And I still cannot kill these stupid parasites. So
Yeah.
then this other doctor is like,
Should have
oh
tried
no,
some wild Irish rose. That shit
yeah,
would have cleared
Yeah.
you right
Burning
up.
the paint off a 57 Buick.
Yeah.
they don't make it anymore. You know, it would have helped is some blueberry wine. But Daryl's all like, no, it's mine. No one else's. Whatever. I'm just teasing your phone. But
Daryl smokes. He needs extra bottles.
oh,
Yeah.
there was the
Thank
other
you.
thing. And then I said, do you know what really helps this whole, whether it's Lyme's disease or MS, which right now I don't even know, but
Right?
nicotine. I know I'm too much
Wow.
of a baby to smoke because I like the white rubber walls. White, they're
Right.
not rubber. I'm just teasing because it's like I'm in a
Well,
loony house. But I have the gum, and I can tell if it's 5 o'clock and I haven't had that nicotine gum. I get like a fit. I have I'm like, I just need a piece of gum. It is wonderful though. I don't have headaches. I don't have blurry eyes anymore. It is so good if you're like nicotine starved, then all of a sudden you get some. It's effective.
it
I'll
is.
shut up.
Well, maybe
It
that's
is.
right.
Mental sharpness, everything.
Because, like I said, I've been tempted. I will sit down in front of my computer and go, he should have sent the link by now. He should have sent the link by now. He should have sent the link by now. And then my wife will go, oh, you know what? It's Sunday, you dingbat.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to start taking some creatine. I don't know exactly my dose yet that I'm going to do, but I'm going to start doing creatine in the morning with like a breakfast shake or something because I feel like when I was taking creatine, I was way more mental sharp and I could focus on my work. I didn't like get
Well,
dug into Facebook and all this dumb shit, all day. And it's crazy. But
that's awesome.
but I noticed creatine and L-theanine, and there's a couple other really good natural occurring chemicals out there that do.
Oh, no curry.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
THC would be a good one if anybody wanted to incur that one. But I hear that works really good for MS and different things. Just a tincture, something.
Yeah, I did try that when we were in Michigan. It was 4 years ago, and my brother-in-law got me some because he said the same thing you did, and I totally agree with it. It was just a really bad time because we go to this hibachi restaurant every time we go there, and they're friends. And my sister's cat, or sister-in-law's cat, had just died. And so he like overserved us alcohol, and I had one of those little pills in the morning. Oh my God. It was
Yeah.
like Jesse's like pulling my hair, not in a sexy way. I mean, we're in the car, and my head is like leaning on the window, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I can't hold myself up." So he grabs my hair on the outside and pull his grandpa. He's like, "There's a cop over there. There's a cop." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm just gonna hang on to you till we pass." And then he'd like go, and I went right back. At the it was like it was an overdose, but I didn't feel any pain for that
Well, that's
4
why it was
hours.
an overdose.
I'm sorry. I know.
No,
Don't tell a soul.
Of
But
course,
no.
no,
there has never been any person in history ever died from THC, though.
No.
that's
And
awesome.
you could have it in such an absorbent amount that it wouldn't even matter. You would just go to sleep and wake back up high until dissolved out of your body or went away. As far as like the contamination, as far as parts per million go,
Oh wow,
um, yeah, I've studied it for a long time. Um,
that's a good thing.
I'm funny on it once. I sat in front of a TV set with static because it wasn't connected to the antenna where we
And
were,
you didn't care.
and I
there's
swore
a comedian today.
I swore it was Johnny Carson in California talking to me wherever I was, and God, it was great. It was really funny.
What?
I smoked pot with this guy one time, and we were watching Bugs Bunny or something. And he started giving me a psychological profile on Bugs Bunny, and I'm looking at him like, okay. Then he had the audacity to say that would never happen in real life.
That guy smoked sativa. That's what he did. He didn't
Yeah,
smoke
No,
weed.
I think he just smoked a whole bunch
yeah.
his whole life, and
He didn't have any brain cells left. Yeah.
yeah, he didn't have a lot. No, I knew a girl 16. They told her you keep smoking, it's going to kill you because
Yep.
your brain cells are not normal.
But they didn't want to smoke it.
You only got three,
She
and they're all
she
fighting.
talked she talked like like one a surfer chick, and she was just she wasn't dumb, but she didn't know what any half the times it had no clue what you were talking about anything.
Mm.
I thought at one time actually they just didn't want us to smoke it because they needed it to make hemp.
Well, that's the whole reason why
No,
the pot industry hasn't ever took off in America is because of the cotton,
yeah,
big cotton or whatever you want to call it. I would just say that they're pulling strings, literally. But yeah, I guess
I'll
that
be
was.
right back.
But they were the ones that were behind all of the reefer madness videos back in the early, what was it, 20s, 30s, whatever.
yeah.
And then you had the Reagans that pushed all that dumb shit, which is something that Republicans never should have stood behind. Was this dare bullshit? That was the dumbest program. I suffered through that shit,
Just
literally.
say no.
Yeah,
Just
just
say
say no. Oh, that's dumb. Look at
no.
Linda. She's on the couch. She's flat. What happened to Linda? Fuck Linda. I don't. Looks like somebody needs to put an inner tube pump in her butt and
Oh God.
get her straight on the, straight and narrow there.
That was when they had those commercials with a frying
Yeah.
pan and they're
Yeah,
like,
the
"This
fried
is
egg
your
and all that.
brain." And
I
then
was
they
sitting
throw
there stoned the whole time thinking, you're so retarded. That's the dumbest shit I've ever saw. Because I could
this is
literally I could break that whole commercial down to the facts that they were just like pointing toward because I knew the opposite of it was true. I
Whoa.
mean, your brain does degenerate brain cells, but it's just like your skin sheds skin cells. They grow back immediately, and they have to part ways with your skin to grow new skin, and that's called, like that's why everything dries out and wrinkles up and falls away. It's just it's evolution, brother. That's your aging process. That's what happens during your whole evolution cycle of being from a baby to a man or a woman or whatever.
You want to hear the grossest thing? I learned this in JC, junior college. I was like, "Get out." It was so gross. I was like, "There is no way." Guess which room in your house has the most dead skin cells in it? What do you think? Which room? I thought for sure it would be like the bedroom and the sheets because you're there all night, or maybe the bathroom, but it's not. Guess which one it is? You'll never guess. You have to say a room.
Oh, that's
No,
what I was going to say. The bathroom.
it's not the
But-
bathroom. It's not your bedroom. You only have a couple more choices: living room and kitchen.
Probably the living room because of your remotes and stuff.
That's what I thought. No, it's the kitchen. And I'm
Yeah.
like, if
Yeah.
that doesn't make you
Yeah.
sick to your stomach, I guess
Yeah.
it's where most people are most times of the day, whether they're all at the table eating or else by the stove cooking or else
reading.
Yeah,
washing dishes. I was like, that is nasty. So
right.
just have everything well done, okay? Because I guess
Well, you
we all
gotta think. You got to think about the other secondary factors too. Like if you're cutting up chicken, even if you've got a cutting board, and you think about you turn and rotate with that chicken board to put it in the sink and all that, and there's a piece of chicken that falls off of it, or a piece or a drop of the water with the salmonella in it that
Oh,
falls on
God.
your floor and it gets on the bottom of your foot. Well, that gets with the other germs and automatically just like goes and just blows up into
Yeah.
a lot of germs. And next
Humans
thing you
are
know, you
just-
got it trapped all over your house. So
we're just disgusting,
Yeah.
disgusting
is.
creatures. Yes, we are.
We are some disgusting people.
But it's okay. We are the
Yeah,
only
they're
ones that can properly
is.
use hand sanitizer, which is a bad thing too, because
Yeah.
then you're training the germs, not killing them, but you're training them to be resistant.
training yourself to not let your surroundings kill you.
Mm,
Well,
Right.
my dad always used to tell me that. He's like, I see so many of these people that are allergic to shit. He's like, man, I don't even know, why. Well, later on, we found out why. People have peanut allergies because that was the base they used to
Ah.
build the vaccines to shoot into people, and now they're born basically allergic to freaking peanuts, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I watched this one woman comedian. She broke down the Gen X logic on how, like evolution screwed up whenever they started putting warning labels and stickers on shit.
uh-huh.
And man, it's so funny though. I wish I could remember her name. I would tell you to go check it out. If I find it though, I'll send it to you guys so you can review it. But it talks about all that, the peanut allergies, and she don't want to date a man that's allergic to wheat and shit like that. It's kind of funny, It's like, how big of a pussy you got to be allergic to wheat? I mean,
Oh, that's funny.
holy crap!
But by the same token, we all watched that female comedian doing her thing, and she starts talking about all the athletes who've taken the vaccine and dropped dead.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden,
Died right there on the
she
stage.
went down. Yeah, but we all thought her going down was just part of her act, but
She died right there on the stage from a vaccine.
she died right there on the stage.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
so.
I want to say good for her because she was doing something that she enjoyed doing.
Yeah,
It's like a friend of mine who was an Amtrak engineer died dancing. He never went to parties just because he didn't like to. And he got invited to one and he decided to go and he went and he danced and he died. And then another
that's really the
friend of mine, unfortunately, did the same
Yeah.
thing. He went to a party and I think he got up and danced and he died.
Jeez. That's the sad part about humanity. We've gone soft. It goes back to simple logic, man. If you live in a weak society of weak-minded people that just follow instead of anybody leading, you're always going to fall by the wayside, and the winners are going to be the people that knew how to lead the situation. And I feel like we were the leaders in that the people that did not get vaccinated were the actual winners in all of this shit. Because we can laugh at these. Yeah, I can't say laugh. That's horrible. To even
I know
laugh
what you
at
mean.
something like that. But it's like we told these people, how can you trust that logic? 6 months to develop something that takes 13, 14 years? Come on, brother.
I've been very oral about it. I took the shot because it was a relative of mine, my mother, who had asked me to take the shot because she was going to leave her home and get the shot. And she sat me down and she just, she was concerned about what would come into her house with her son from Connecticut. And, so I did it. And, miraculously, nothing's happened. I only did it once. And I now live in Florida, and so I'm too far away from her, so I don't have a reason to do it again.
Nope.
But even to the point where there was some proof for a while, I don't think you can say it, that some of the Johnson & Johnson doses were actually fake.
Mm.
And they knew about it. They were placebos. And I just wonder from time to time if maybe that's what I happen to get.
That's a
Well,
good.
I feel like, according to today's society and vaccine technology, I feel kind of liberated in the fact that I only got a little bit of mercury whenever I got mine. So, I mean, just some heavy metals. We all detoxed that over the
Right.
years.
Yeah.
I lost my tonsils and my appendix because of it. But other than that, we're good. Just heavy
Yeah, I
metal
still have
poisoning, no
mine.
big deal.
That's awesome.
I'm 64 and I still have my tonsils. I
Oh,
think.
yeah?
Yeah.
I don't have any poison
I don't think
filters
any-
left except
I
the
don't
liver.
think any of us. I can't remember any of the 5 of us that actually had them removed. And Lyme disease can be really bad. My sister got it, and it was really bad for a while, and it was okay. But I start wondering these days with all this stuff anyway. What is real that was given from them? Like that you just fell in line and lined up and took because they plugged into your head so many times. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Well, Stuart,
I want to die.
that's all. Honestly, that's great that you've been able to survive that because a lot of people did it, man. It caused a lot of
No, they didn't.
injuries and stuff.
They did. They didn't.
But I was the only guy where I worked for an entire year and a half on first, second, and third shift wherever they needed me because I was the only maintenance tech they had left. Everybody else was home was sick with the virus. And I was the only person that didn't catch it. And I never had a vaccine. I've never had a flu shot. I've only crawled through the mud and the muck and the nasty germs and the flu-ridden nasty shit my whole life. And I feel like I've trained my immune system just for that special occasion. And it worked
And
out
you-
really well. I mean, I get sick. Don't get me wrong. I've got sick and I've been really sick. I don't go to hospital when I get sick. I take a
That'll
shot.
make you sick.
I take a shot of moonshine, something that'll knock me out, knock it out. I don't care. As long as one of us is knocked out, we're good. And
And you smoke, and I'm telling you, something about that nicotine is amazing.
Yeah.
I agree.
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, lungs,
Yeah,
they had to
just a
suffer.
cough.
But hey, life over limb, including a lung.
Well,
It's crazy.
hey, if it saves you, it saves you because I think they were telling us for a while that vitamin D, as in David, is good to help prevent it. And I take so much vitamin D, can take like 5,000 units a day, which is like 35,000 units a week, because one of my mood stabilizer eats all the vitamin D that I make, and my body can't keep any of it.
Oh,
So-
Well, if I eat vitamin C, if I eat an orange tonight, tomorrow I'll have a head cold
wow.
I've heard about
every
those
single
things.
time. It's like an opposite effect. It doesn't block anything in my immune system. It actually triggers it, and I think it's like a false trigger, and it makes me sick or something. I'm not sure. But
Wow.
it's like I guess my immune system's telling me to just leave me the hell alone. You should not be eating oranges right now. And it's like, but I love oranges. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just like screw it and eat an apple instead. So
Well, I've heard that, like with people that have peanut allergies, the way they got over it was to just
Virgil is a comedian for sure. I'm sorry.
start eating some until I guess you build an immunity. Don't believe what I'm saying, anybody, anywhere, because I don't want you to not continue to be with us. But it seems to work, and they have to know because they're the ones that are programming us all,
Right.
or think they're programming us all.
I'm so excited to move. Our house is like officially going on the market tomorrow. They put a sign.
Awesome.
Yeah, they put a sign in the lawn. I can't give you a link yet, but it's coming. And we have. I know. I'm like, okay, this is like the torture effect.
The
We're
virtual
selling it.
tour. The virtual tour at Jen's old house.
Yeah, it's not old yet. You'll know right away 'cause the kitchen's all yellow and pretty. And I'm like, it's okay. It's just move up, move on, and don't look back because then you get all sappy. And I'm like, okay, just be thankful. Just say it's a good book, shut it, put it on the floor, and step on it to get yourself up to the next level. So I have to keep saying that, otherwise it gets sad. And it's not really sad. I mean, all the kids are here. It's just, no, I mean, they're all alive. They're on this side of eternity. So that's a good thing. However, it's just that we're leaving. Like, we're going to Florida. I got one in, I don't know what he's doing in Seattle, but he loves it with his friends. So he's in Seattle. Then I have the one that got married with the baby. They are coming to Florida. I cannot wait.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that's
well, that has.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
one of my daughters is in Oklahoma, and that's great. Just don't get hit by a tornado. It's crazy, but it's life. That's what you do. Raise these wonderful people and
Yeah.
grow up and leave you. But it's okay. You don't want them with you all the time, you know.
No, because you want to.
Uh-huh.
Well, you're led to believe that that's what you want. You want them to grow up and move out of your house, and
Yeah,
then you get to be you and your husband, or you and your wife again,
I know.
and that's great. But then again,
I get mad.
one day you
Yeah, I get mad.
one
Have
day
a
you
bad
wake
day.
up, and then she can't watch me all the time. But she went. Donna went to see a friend for a couple of days, and it's like you don't realize how quiet your home is when the only person there is your cat.
I know. That's crazy.
And I'm lucky if I get to say 3 words and see her for like 10 minutes. The last couple of days, she must have done something and ran off somewhere again.
Aw.
Pissed off at your wife for coming back.
No, she went right to her. She was happy to have her back.
Jen, I found myself being nostalgic also. I've got 7 days after tomorrow, and I got to get the hell up out of here. So
Oh,
Ouch.
it's going to suck. It really is.
good for you.
I don't want to say I feel sorry for you, but I have feelings that it's got to be absolutely terrible.
I could sleep in my car. I mean, but no, I'm just kidding. I will never do that.
I was like,
I'll sleep
Daryl.
I
I'll
did
sleep
it.
in the truck.
I did it for a week because I was supposed to move into a studio apartment once.
Yeah.
And just as I was supposed to move in, the plumbing in the next apartment blew out my wall.
Well, that's when my stream is going to come out when I get in my new house.
Awesome.
Well,
You
no,
know,
it's
driving
not.
gloves. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Do they glow in the dark?
I think they do after they're charged up, but there hasn't been any
cool.
light off of these. So
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Those are cool.
pretty neat.
That's great.
You look so serious, Mr. Michaels.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, what time is it? Holy crap.
Well, we still got 50 minutes of this.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's all right. It works good.
Yeah, how fun.
My ex-wife ran away with a Nigerian taxi driver. Boy, I miss him.
That's horrible.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
There you go. That's the state of the world right there.
I would say we need him on the American Rebellion, but I don't want to get you started, so I won't.
That's funny.
Oh, we're not bringing on any more co-hosts.
Okay.
Nope, I've had it with co-hosts.
Good.
That's right.
So he's going to call them assistants to the host from now on.
Call them whatever you want. They ain't co-hosts.
Call them a guest. How about that?
Yes.
Just,
Yes.
it takes a while to get used to someone, and then they just leave.
Yep.
And they never tell me the full story why.
Well,
No more.
Like a runaway
I'm
train.
probably not going to be doing this much longer anyway, so it's not really going to matter.
okay. Well, you're always welcome on any Thursday you want to come on.
Well, I appreciate that, Dave, but I also don't really want to do that either. It's not personal towards you. I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Yeah.
I've tried for like the last year to find anything exciting about doing this, and it doesn't happen enough anymore for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna one night we'll say goodnight and that'll be it.
We'll all be uninvited from the chat room, and that'll be it.
No, I will just
Oh, okay.
okay. Listen,
Right off into
this has
the
nothing
sunset.
whatsoever to do with you. So if that happens, don't get nervous.
No, I won't.
Jesus Christ. This is what I cannot keep managing everybody's personality, everything. It's just too much, man. You know what? I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just this shit is just not my thing anymore. It's really not. It's not fun. And now and again it is, but not enough. This has become like something I do now, and I don't like that. So if I can't explain it to me, I cannot explain it to you all. Been doing this shit for too fucking long. Most people they last 3 or 4 years, and then you never hear them again. I lasted almost 15.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And here's what I've noticed. The main thing I've noticed is nothing has gotten better. As a matter of fact, everything seems to be getting worse.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure that's not what's supposed to happen. Well, it's what we'd like not to happen, but it is happening. So I guess it is supposed to happen. I don't know. I can't explain that part, but
Well, Trump did say prices would go up before they go down.
yeah. Well, he also said they would go down right before they went up. It has nothing to do with prices. It just has to do with this country in general. The politics are worse. We got a president who's now somebody's tried to assassinate him 3 fucking times. And we're sitting here, and that is actually normalized. We expect it.
Right.
That's scary.
Right.
And
I did not like Joe Biden at all. I didn't like Obama at all, but I would have been pissed off if somebody tried to kill him.
Yeah. Same here.
Because that's just fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you put up with it. It can change in 4 years if you know how to change it. That's the only way you can fix anything I mean, literally, these people don't even realize when this dumbass run through the damn thing the other night, like doing a Naruto run or whatever the hell that was. Damn goofy bastard. But he is.
Why was he not wearing a shirt? Is my question.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's a macho
When they
man.
caught him. Oh my god.
He supposedly wasn't wearing anything.
I didn't.
Oh, that's why it looked like there was a sheet over his.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing
Yeah, he
anything.
was buck ass naked by the time they had him on the ground. He was face planted with his ass in there.
And nobody, like, while he was in line,
Notice
paid
that.
attention to the naked guy at the FBI or the fucking Secret Service.
No,
said,
because
let me go talk to this dude with the one
He
with the no
was
clothes.
attendant. He was
Some kind
attendant
of
in the
thing.
hotel. He just ran from
Oh my God.
upstairs.
But they were all college learned people too, and they thought it was normal.
Yeah. It's one
Yeah,
of those times you go to a party and you're like, I just couldn't find a thing to wear. So
That's
that's
funny.
I think
That's the first thing I saw when I got in Italy on TV. Was a big
I
fat
think I
dude running
stayed home from that
down
party.
the soccer court naked as a jaybird. I mean, that's the hairiest son of a gun I ever seen in my life. I was like, damn. I didn't know if it was a bear or a dude when I first saw him.
And
Uh,
and there's still things that I don't understand about this. Both Trump and Vance
where they
and like 3/4 of the cabinet were there.
that
yeah,
was
they ain't
And supposedly
they ain't Vance.
Trump wasn't going
that.
because he didn't get invited. So he wasn't going to go.
Did you see the pecking order on how they got him out of there? They had Vance out of there like 3 or 5 seconds before Trump. It was like, wait a minute.
Was
Hold
weird.
up.
Supposedly, no, Trump supposedly said on 60 Minutes last Sunday that they tried to get him out, but he wanted to go back to see what was going
She
on.
was still in
And
the
then
chair. Yeah.
finally, they did what they were supposed to do and just made the human shield and carried his ass out.
Melania looked at him and was like, I'm out. I mean, it was just like that quick. As soon as she seen it, looked
Yeah.
at him. It's like,
That
peace,
was crazy.
peace,
You know what
brother,
I
don't get shot. I mean, damn.
She's
I
got
loved
to be out of her mind with
Let Jen talk.
I loved Dana White there. He stood up. He was like, I'm going to see this. I'm not going to miss it. And he's like, this is awesome. Seeing everyone go to effect and they're like, scrub what he said. Scrub what he said. You cannot say this is awesome. But I get it. He was like, he's the guy who owns what the
MMA.
wrestling.
The
Yeah.
UFC. Yeah.
So this was
UFC,
excitement.
yeah.
Yeah, that was like the best thing I saw. That he stood right up and he was like smiling. He was really enjoying the moment of people taking charge. But the worst thing I saw was the guy with his shirt off and that stupid shoulder. I'm like, that's dislocated. I couldn't even watch. I'm like, we're trying to eat here. You turn this TV off. It was bad. That's all.
Yeah.
I love
And,
how
like,
all the
watching-
men stood up and ran and didn't hide under tables or anything like that.
Did you see the woman who was taking shots off everyone's empty glasses? This woman in a brown coat, a big black coat. It was on the Gutfeld show, and we were all laughing. And Jesse's like, "That's probably Greg," and nobody realizes it because he has a wig on and this furry black coat. But there was this girl. She was just taking drinks off of everybody's spot at their table, and I thought, this is weird.
Oh, it's probably the homeless woman they let in.
She had one bottle of wine in her hand and she reached for the other one sitting on the table. She was staggered too. You could see her. She was like, give me that shit.
She-
Some Dom Perignon or something.
I
Probably.
didn't really watch any of this shit, but
It was
I didn't watch I watched
crazy.
a little, but not anything.
Yeah, I didn't get out much.
Virgil said it was staged. I don't believe that.
I mean, I don't
I
think
think
it was staged.
you can't. Here's the thing: most of us, if not all, are semi-sane, and we're trying to make sense of what a nut job with a real freaking disease
Right.
called TDS, amongst I'm sure others,
Hmm.
is going to do.
Yeah.
What had upset me is that the Secret Service shot at him 5 times
And missed.
and missed. Yet Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 times, was having the shit kicked out of him, and didn't miss.
and was 3-0.
Yeah.
And walked,
So,
Man.
walked away with a lot of money. For a
what
win back.
exactly kind of shooting practice do these assholes get?
Well, and who in the hell did they get to volunteer to take buckshot to the chest? I mean, come on, brother. Damn. I
It
mean,
was
Yeah,
Vest or
even
not.
with a bulletproof vest, that shit hurts.
oh hell yeah,
He'll have trouble breathing for the next week.
yeah. No, thank you. I mean, buckshot, dude. You're talking what? Hell, the pellets are shit, pretty damn big. I mean, you're talking an eighth of
Yeah,
an
he
inch.
probably shredded that vest.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the
Yep.
bruises he's got, they're gonna last a while.
Oh yeah, he's got 3-stage bruise, man. He is black, brown,
Yeah.
black, blue, and orange, and all kinds of colors.
Yeah, oh, that one of them green with the green, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
with some puncture wounds in the middle.
Yeah, could they, some of it could have got through, but it slows down so much it hit the bone,
Yeah,
and
Wow.
believe me, that's gotta hurt,
just
but
cracked it.
it
Yeah.
don't kill you.
Just cracked the skin from the pinch force in there. I mean,
Yeah,
ugh.
yeah. Well, it's buckshot, and back in the day, if they weren't using rock salt, that's what they used to run off people out of orchards and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um, or crows, shit like that.
Or thieves stealing gas out of your truck. That's why we got kicked out of Ohio. My dad shot 2 old boys in the butt. I ain't gonna say what race it was because it don't
Well,
matter.
I've seen guys that got shot with not bucks, rock salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am here to tell you, I don't know there's much difference
mhm.
because they're back. It looks similar, but it looks similar because some of the holes were bigger.
hmm
And each piece, much like the buckshot, has to be picked out.
hmm
And the
Wow.
problem is that the salt is melting into the wound, so it's the gift it gives for quite some
a
time.
long time. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
but they they made that shit. But you got hit with that, you were scarred for life. Number one, with pockmarks all over you,
Yeah.
and two, you never forgot that shit.
Yeah, I don't reckon my daddy got in trouble for it, but he ended up. We had to move out of Ohio.
They made that shit illegal
Yeah.
because all you needed was like an old shotgun and shove a bunch of shove that shit down the barrel and put a patch in there or something and
Yeah.
let her rip.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Hey
mean,
Virgil, listen to me. You can talk all that shit you want. Butler was not a hoax.
no, no, there's a man died in that, man.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
there's two actually, and if well, we won't count the shooter, but
Yeah, right.
um,
Right.
two civilians died in that, Bubba.
And I got pictures of his headshot if you want to see him, brother.
Yeah.
So
Up close and
yeah,
personal.
they were pretty prevalent.
Yeah.
I guess I came across a few, but they didn't allow them on social media.
No, well, they did right when they first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I
Yeah.
saw them like the next day, and then they all of a sudden they all disappeared.
No,
Well,
don't
that's
take it.
Yeah, I mean that's the sad part, dude. They don't want nobody to see the truth. They don't want nobody to see
Yeah.
that shit. They want everybody to be fighting with each other. I have no interest in fighting with anybody over this shit.
Yeah,
I'm not fighting with
And,
anybody.
and it's just like to me, man. It's like if you don't believe it, that's fine, brother. I mean, I don't. That's you. That's It is
Yeah,
what it
you
is.
know what? The older I get, the less.
Fuck you, give.
Yeah, I just, dude,
Yeah.
just go do your thing and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
That's all that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I go to work 8, 10, 12, 15 hours fucking day, man. I work
Yeah.
my ass off for this thing they call capitalism. It sucks in its current state, but there's nothing better than it.
Well, there's nothing better than capitalism in a pure form.
Exactly.
The form we have now is just overregulated, over this, over that. Anything that can be taxed is taxed, and you end up basically working to live indoors.
That's about it.
And it's sad because you working 18 hours a day. You should be living in a $400,000, $500,000 house,
hmm
especially what you do.
Yeah.
And have all whatever the hell you want around the house and so forth, and you have a pretty comfortable life. I mean, listen, folks. Back in the late '60s, early '70s, people survived pretty well on like a couple $100 a week.
Yes.
Wow.
Many of them owned homes. Some of them owned homes and maybe like a used car. that kind of thing. And they paid their freaking mortgage every month, and which was, I don't know, what, 200-300 bucks.
Yeah.
And when they paid the mortgage off, they burned the mortgage and that whole thing.
Hmm.
They ate. They went places from time to time, and if they had kids, usually there was a family, one of them miserable family vacations that everybody laughs about when they get older.
Hmm.
Many things like that. And I'm not saying everybody, but many. That show All in the Family. You know how much money Archie made? He made $150 a week as a longshoreman.
Wow.
They had that house in New York City. And it's not like New York was cheap back then, comparatively speaking. And that was just a TV show, I get. But I've known people. One back then, if you made $50,000 a year, that was the
You,
shit.
you made the money. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
shit. Now that will not support a family of four hardly.
Charlie Kirk. Um, what can I say about Charlie
I
Kirk?
think he was shot in the fucking neck by a nut job. I think he's dead.
Yeah.
And then there's
Why
the
that happened, I don't know. I have not paid attention to it. But here's what I know: he's dead. Hey, I got big questions about 9/11, but you know what? Over 3,000 people are dead.
Yeah.
Have been for many fucking years. And we have a Muslim mayor of New York now.
Socialist Muslim.
Socialist Muslim.
And we said
Let's
we'd
cut
never
to the
forget.
chase.
We'll never forget.
Yeah. And let's cut to the chase.
Somebody
He's a fucking
forgot.
communist is what he is.
Somebody for fucking God.
Yeah, somebody forgot. A lot of people forgot.
I don't know, dude. I grew up. I'm anybody that's older than a millennial um, will know the truth about the world before you. And people that don't listen to the people that have all the knowledge tend to forget that because it gets thrown by the wayside and nobody keeps it in the books. Nobody, they'll rip a page out and be like, oh shit, somebody said the N word, man, and that. Oh God, let's just fucking wad it up and throw the whole thing away.
In the
Listen, man,
end,
there used to be a definition for those words
in the
in the
end,
damn dictionary, and it said that if you are one of those N words, you are a lazy, shiftless, useless person. Says
Yeah.
nothing else about the definition of that word.
Yeah.
That is the definition. When Oprah Winfrey had it changed with her racist bullshit on live television, she talked about this. After she did that freaking movie she did with the color purple bullshit, and then come out spewing all that bullshit about white people and all that racist shit. Screw that bitch. I tell you what.
How come she hasn't had a heart attack? A massive
Yeah.
She's skinny. She's fat. She's skinny.
I'll
She's
give
fat.
you an example. You take the American Indian. They had their own language for 100,000 years, whatever.
Mhm.
In the last few generations, there are entire languages that are now gone. And why is that? For exactly what he just said. The
Mhm.
young didn't care anymore to listen to the elders.
No.
I think it started with us in the 50s because back then people
Maybe.
still, where the families lived in town, everybody went to mom's house, whatever, Sunday dinner, all that bullshit. And right around the time that women had to do it all and have a career and have this and have that, the families really started spreading out. And then, of course, the government got involved. We had gas shortages and bad economies, and everyone had to work then. Otherwise, you couldn't keep your house. And slowly but surely, the family gatherings were cut down to once a year, where you got to go there and argue with Uncle Fred to get the goddamn lampshade off his head.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, And pretty soon families are basically estranged other than like one day a year or just holidays or whatever. And it used to be every Sunday, and you would work out your arguments, and the cousins would all fight with each other, and then
Mhm.
they'd be mad when they had to leave.
Yeah. The autopsy is out there, Virgil. Like I say, anybody that follows mainstream left wing top media stuff, generally you're not going to see the same stuff that the people that believe in everything should be seen, which is the people on the right. They believe that
Yeah,
if it's a fact, you should see it.
yep.
So I would suggest submitting a maybe FOIA request or something if
He
you want.
lives in England.
Yeah, I mean you could. Oh, Kennedy had an autopsy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
what
think it
kind
was.
of autopsy did he have when the bullet made three left turns and went took a U-turn to hit him twice?
Yeah. Now I will say there is some crazy shit about the Kennedy. That was a whole different type of government you're talking about right there, though. That was a Democratic
Well, we
government
were
that
in the midst
fired
of
and killed her.
we were also in the midst of a Cold War,
Exactly.
and he was after the mob, and they were all fucking involved.
You know.
Yeah.
But
You know.
Charlie Kirk was sitting there making fun of college students for his brand. That's what he did.
Yeah.
I believe he was probably a decent guy. Okay. I don't know what the hell that woman that looks like his wife was doing with him. He was a goofy looking little bastard. However, more power to him. Well, until the end. He was shot in the
Yeah.
fucking neck, and he's dead now. And they did do an autopsy, and somewhere out there it is. I know that Daryl is not the first person to say that it's out there.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean,
So yeah, and I bet it says somewhere in it that he was shot in the fucking neck and probably dead before he slumped over.
yeah, if not, he bled out within about 60 seconds because
Yeah, because that blood started immediately.
that was a massive bust. They
I
busted
mean, a lot of
his-
times you get shot, there
Yeah,
might be a spray, but the actual bleeding
yeah.
doesn't start right away. That shit, the bullet hit him, the blood was coming out, which probably means it hit his what is that
Carotid.
artery right there?
Carotid.
They said it actually hit it. Well, they showed in the autopsy that it hit his carotid and his jugular.
Oh well, there you go. You can't live with
Yeah.
that. There's no way.
Strugglers. That's
Wrong,
it.
no autopsy. Are you just trying to be contrary, or you actually believe this?
I mean, it's like I say, it's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
It's out there. So if whether you do or
Well,
don't.
no, I think Virgil, from what he has said, that's the only way I can make this
Yeah.
opinion or whatever you want to call it. He thinks everything is fake.
Well, I mean, anybody can tell you sitting on this panel right now that I'm probably one of the biggest conspiracy theorists that's had so much shit became reality in the last couple, 3 or 4 years. And believe me, if I thought what you're saying was true, I would be conspiring to push more intellect into it. But I'm not. I'm just not going to do it because it's dumb. I looked it over and I've looked it over, and there's nothing there, man. There's just the there, and the little whiny Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson out there screaming it.
Yeah. And listen, the kid was not right in the head.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sense. It's like the guy who stabbed the girl on the train. We're trying to make sense of what the hell this guy did this for, and we're never going to.
No.
To us, all this shit is senseless.
You have to
Okay?
submit a FOIA.
You know what, Virgil? Here's the deal. I'm not showing you shit, and I'll tell you why. That's not my job. We're saying that there is one. I have not personally seen it, but I've known Daryl long enough to know he ain't lying about it. So if you really give a damn, you can go look yourself. Why is everybody expect we say something and us to prove it? Go look it up.
It's just out
We
there.
all sitting here on screen, and many people that are usually in the comments, all from time to time look shit up. It's not hard to.
Yeah.
Many things are not hard to find.
They really are, though. If they have um, your IP logged, they will block these things from you, man. It's
Well, they have all our IPs logged, at least on this screen. I'll guarantee you.
oh yeah,
Not that we matter.
Probably.
It's just that they've already gotten all the big people. It's been years.
Yeah.
Eventually, they were getting to us.
yeah. I mean,
It has been stated. Let me ask you something, Virgil. Who stated that?
yeah.
Okay, you can't just. It has been stated. Well, who stated it?
You can't say you got receipts if you can't show the receipts, and it's just like, you go to Walmart and try that shit. They might give you a store credit, but here you ain't getting a store
You
credit.
can. You are allowed to believe anything you please. That's not
Right.
going to change that, obviously. But I have looked it up. Okay,
Right.
well,
Yeah, I totally
that's
get
fine.
it, and that's fine, man.
I'm not going to argue with you because that's what happened the last goddamn time. But
Yeah.
there's no point.
I mean, it just doesn't concern me that much to matter, you know.
All right, here's the thing, Virgil. You can say whatever you want. My wife is Jewish. Do not fuck with Israel.
Right. Right.
Dave is Jewish. Do not fuck with Israel. I'm telling you this now.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm sure Israel is not some little freaking country that is, nothing but goes out and hugs everybody.
No.
All right. But they also ain't in charge of every fucked up thing that people think about them either.
Well, I mean, people need to learn to separate the government of a country from the people of the country. It's just like the people of Iran, the Persian people. I don't have any beef with
Right.
the people in Iran, any whatsoever, other than the son of a bitches running around screaming jihad and yelling Allahu
Yeah.
Akbar before they start cutting people's shit.
I
Okay.
have a problem with them now because Trump told them, go take your government.
Yeah.
And they sat on their ass waiting for Trump
Yeah.
to do it.
That's true.
They-
But my problem is with the government of any country, including my own, whenever I choose to have that problem.
No,
And,
I
and
agree.
it is, we're no different than any other person, any other human that stands in between two shoes.
I get a kick out of people who think Israel is telling the United States what to do constantly, and we're just hopping to it. I got news for you. We probably we did this war, but I have Netanyahu is protecting his fucking country. What the fuck is he supposed to do when these asshole Hamas holes keep throwing fucking bombs at him? Tell me they come and kill 1,400 fucking people in one day. What the fuck is he supposed to do? Go over and hug it out? Come on, man.
It's a painful argument. It really is, man. I mean, and the only reason it's an argument is because people make it an argument. It's just like, why don't we all sit down and look at the facts? The
Yep.
facts are there was some hesitations that day. I'll give it that. I mean, even Charlie Kirk said that before he was shot. Charlie said, "Why in the hell?" He didn't say "Why in the hell," but he did say, "Why? Why did it take them 6 hours to be able to respond to this?" When in
I agree
reality,
with
I
that.
took a helicopter ride from here to there, and it was 45 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I could not believe that these people are being killed at a concert and the military, which is everywhere in Israel.
But nobody uses logic in their arguments, though. It's just like you're a bad man, and I can't fucking tell you why, though. I don't know why, but you're a bad son of a bitch. And it's just like, oh my God, I don't really know where to go from there, man. At
Yeah,
that
I mean,
point.
it's insane that they didn't send somebody sooner. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably would have saved hundreds of people. I mean, 1,400.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
send somebody, listen, in the military, they have what's called react teams. I don't know if they still call it that now. That's what they called it when I was in. And basically, every base has them, and they're just ready for anything that pops up on the base. But then there's always units in the United States military that are on standby, which means they can't leave the barracks and they have to be wherever they're going. And usually it's overseas, obviously, but in 24 hours, which means their shit is packed and they're all just sitting around staring at each other in the barracks for 30 days or however long they're on there.
Yeah.
And that's that. Sometimes it's a week. And you know, if it's a week, chances are it's nothing. And they will actually get you up at 3 a.m, get all your shit down, get you in formation, tell you you're going, and then at the last second they'll say, "All right, go back to the barracks," just to make sure everybody's got what they're supposed to have and is ready to go. So why, as Daryl said, did they not? I have no idea because I don't live there and I don't know Netanyahu. I do know Netanyahu finally did what he fucking should have done years ago and wiped out fucking Gaza. And Trump, we should have 12 presidents ago, we could, or more, from goddamn, from the start of this country, these fucking people have been screwing us. And when I say these people, I mean muskrats.
And the sad part is, I watched the movie 300 and felt bad for the Persians. It's just like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? You know what I mean?
The Persians back then were different than the Persians now, I guess.
Yeah.
Plus, there was only 300 of them. But, you know, I worked in UK military. Yeah, and here's the deal. The UK military is a mess.
Yep.
It is a fucking mess. And just so you know, I'm being unfair. For the longest time, so is the United States military.
Yep.
And still is to a certain extent. However, because we got the most money and the coolest weapons, we win. Plus, we have overwhelming weapons that could take out any country on this planet, including Russia and China. It'd be a lot harder to do than it is Iran, I give you that. All right. And with those two countries, it would end up being nuclear. But fuck Iran. The Muslims have been fucking with America since almost our start. We went and took Tripoli with a company of Marines. So, and they stopped stealing our ships and putting the crews into and killing them or putting them into slavery.
It was recon force though, Jerry, so that's a little different than just regular Marine. So, I mean, you know, but
You think?
yeah, just a little different.
Well, I can tell you this: when the bullets are flying,
Yeah,
there ain't a lot of fucking difference.
true.
Okay, I can tell you some Marine Corps history where they ain't had shit to do with special units and guys who did things.
Oh
The
yeah.
point is,
Here.
the point of it all is that it should have been done a long time ago. We shouldn't have been giving him palletfuls of money. We shouldn't have been given, going into a nuclear agreement where we had absolutely no power to do anything to them.
Yeah.
And they could, they threw the frickin' inspectors out of the country anytime they felt like it.
Maybe
And
we
then
should
turned around and threatened everybody.
Isn't this what Jimmy Carter was responsible kind of for?
Bombing unarmed innocent people in tents is not morally justified. Fuck them. Fuck them. Because you know what? When 9/11 happened, or when one of your fun people over there in England runs some 15 people over or stabs 25 fucking people or whatever the fuck they're doing over there, they're celebrating in the fucking streets. There are no innocents over there. The mother raises the child to hate everyone, okay? And then turns it over to the father, all right? When he gets to a certain fucking age. If they read that goddamn book and believe in it, they deserve everything they get. And I find it interesting that there's people that are actually um, defending these assholes, especially in Gaza, where they tortured and murdered women, men, and children,
And baby.
babies, not to mention when they were let go, were terrorized just being let go.
Oh yeah.
So, in the end, fuck them. I don't give a damn
must
about
say
moral
this.
because I got to tell you, in order for morality to win, there has to be two sides with morals,
Mm.
and they have none. Every single
biggest
thing
thing-
that the West stands for, they are against, and yet we're defending them. Fuck them.
When their very battle cry calls for the blood of their infidels to flow to the devil,
Right.
huh? I mean, or to Lucifer.
And
rather,
why is that, Daryl?
Because they worship the devil. That is
No,
their
because
entity.
we are not Muslims. That is the reason they want us dead.
Yeah.
Now, Dave is not Catholic. I don't want him dead. I don't care that he's Jewish.
Right.
You're whatever you are. Jen is whatever she is. I don't care because that is what you are and that's your business. Okay. That is the difference between them and us.
Yeah.
Infidels and
And I-
Muslims.
And I'll be the first to say I don't classify myself to religion
Me
in
neither.
any branch, form of any kind of division whatsoever. I believe
Right.
in Jesus Christ. I believe in God Almighty.
Mhm.
And I believe that He died on the cross for our sins. And I believe that God is the one and only Jesus, that He is the man and He is the God in man form when He came to earth. I don't believe He was anybody but God. I believe.
There are those people who believe that very wholeheartedly, and I have to tell you, the more and more that I look at that, what you call Jesus the Christ
Yeah.
was God in a human
Yeah.
form. Why it took so effing long to walk on water and prove that he was the man, I don't
Because
know.
He didn't have to, because I am. He is.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
once
know.
you're something, if you do it right, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Right. So there wouldn't have been
I
there
don't
wouldn't have had
defend
to have been.
terrorists, but killing innocent people. There are no fucking innocents in the Muslim political
There-
fucking ideology. That's what people do
Yeah.
not understand, refuse to fucking understand. There are none. They want us dead simply because we are not them. And when they can't get to us, they kill each other from different sects of being Muslim.
Right.
There are no fucking innocents. They got 5-year-old school children talking about killing Jews. And why is that? Because mom taught them that, and the teachers taught them that. And dad's proud.
Yeah.
They are horrible, horrible fucking people. They treat women like shit. Hell, they treat each other like shit.
They're nothing better than mongrels.
In that movie American Sniper, there's a scene where the sniper guy, his partner with him, tells him, take the shot and knock him out. I don't care if he's a child or not, because he's going to do something that you don't want to see him do, whatever it is. And sure enough, the kid pulled it out, and the guy next to him was the one who had to pull the
Proverbial.
pull the gun and shoot him.
Well, I tell
But
you
know what?
Virgil, you let all the children in England grow up. Get rid of the rest of them and see how they are. Because I'll guarantee you they'll be worse. You do that. Okay? There are no innocents in the Muslim religion. They're taught from the day they are born to kill the infidel. simply because we're not them. We are not them.
Yep.
That's it. That is their entire religion. Kill the infidel.
And everybody that's a little weak-kneed bitch right now, if you don't stand up and take care of your country or yourself or defend your rights to be a private individual and not have all this bullshit Sharia law cast upon your country, you're going to be sorry. And your ancestors from here, the people that descend you from here on out, will be sorry that they were ever carried your name. You have to stand up. You're the one that stands between bullshit and realism. Realism is not letting people take over your country and breed the purity out of your people. That is
I know,
sick. Sick.
Stuart, I understand that, but you know what? You know why it's illegal? Because they have allowed it to be illegal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, it's the same reason they don't have guns. They've allowed them to be taken.
Mm-hmm. They become pacifists.
Yeah, and now they wish they had them.
The succubus. Now they're hiding in their cars so they don't get stabbed by some freak out in the street running.
Yeah, and who is that freak? Damn near every time.
Yeah. Paint a picture of Muhammad.
No, I don't get. We don't get a shit. I mean, I guess if we read your newspaper, I don't know. They're probably lie too, but just like ours do. But the news that I do hear from England, it's never good, and it's always about some Muslim killing a bunch of people or trying to.
Yeah.
I would say that about England, but after I watched your king come here today and beg our country to stay in the in the peace alignments and all the trade alignments and stuff that we've had for the last 30, 40 years.
Well, he don't like him either. In his defense, he don't like the jug ears either.
This is America. England ain't got shit to do with it.
No,
I think you do, but
you guys had the Brexit, and you kind of led the world in getting out of a bad situation. You did. But then you had, what was his name? Johnson, who I thought actually, judging by what he used to say when he was mayor of London, might be good. He turned out to be shit and completely screwed, and the politicians screwed every one of you.
I mean,
So
how many times you
that's just from what I've gleaned from the short amount of news that I have read. I may be wrong about all of it. I don't know. I don't live there. I live here. And we got cities in this country that have no-go zones. And I don't know why. And it annoys me beyond belief every time I think about it.
Mm.
Jen lived in Michigan, where they have in a couple of the cities.
Dearbornistan. Yeah, we called it Dearbornistan because the whole thing is taken over. It is Pakistan. I said it the right way, just like Barack. We called it Pakistan.
Yeah, like prayers on the loudspeakers first thing in the morning and all that shit. Yeah.
Or let's put down a prayer rug in the middle of a busy road, and nobody's allowed to run me over while I pray for a fucking hour.
Yeah.
Put your butt in the air and face Mecca. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah.
Well, go
shocked by the cruel attitude to innocent people. You shouldn't be shocked. This is fucking America. We don't take shit from anybody.
Yeah.
Now our government takes a lot of shit. I'll give you that. They do it just to annoy the fuck out of all of us. But Americans, we're done with this shit.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of people that have the same attitude or outlook on this subject as you do. They're morons. Nothing personal. I like you, but I'm sorry. If you can't see it, go read the Quran, the real one.
What breaks my heart is that the Iranians get the women and the children and the infants, the Iranian ones, and they have them all link arms and stand in a circle around the targets that they darn well know the U.S. is going to take out. And then we look like the bad guy. Well, sorry, we just saved your wives and your kids and your babies from growing up to be terrorists. when they go to wherever they're going, there are no virgins there. There aren't. The whole thing is fake, and it is a callous attitude I have, but I'm so sorry. It's terrible. And I am so thankful that President Trump has made the whole entire earth dodge DEFCON 1, which is nuclear threat. I think we're still in DEFCON 3 because of the war in Ukraine and Russia with Putin. But it's not as scary as Iran. So I'm not being cruel. I'm just honest. They hate us. We are infidels. And sorry,
And they
Virgil.
prove it every chance they get, Jen.
Yeah.
With the death to America and the death to Israel and the death to the West, and England, France, and the governments of every one of these countries forgets all the terrorist attacks in their own countries. Now, we had 9/11. England has theirs. What was that soldier? It was a Beatles song. What the hell was his name? He got beheaded in the street. Even Canada's had Muslims attack it, and they just keep letting them in.
Well, like you said at the beginning, why did that guy kill the girl on the train? We don't know. I was going to say back then, I don't think the guy on the train fucking knows why he did it. I'm sorry.
It could be. I don't know, but they're all insane.
It came out. I'm sorry.
All I know is my first thought in the day is not to kill someone.
No.
No,
I've had those thoughts about people, like I want this guy dead here because he's just bad. Like Adam Schiff, for instance. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he deserves to be.
I grew up in a generation of consequences and literalness of literal things that happened. And like if a fella tells you literally that he is going to whip your ass, then he probably literally means that.
Yeah.
So you don't counterstrike. You don't wait to the point to where you have to counterstrike that. When the dude says that, that's enough.
That's the time you punch him in. If you count to 10 to calm down, and around 8, punch him right in the face.
Yeah. I mean, if their life was so great where they were, aside from whoever our government was at the time and said, come on in, what the hell is the point?
Stay where you are.
Right in. Stay where you are. Yeah. Like Jen said, stay where you are because your life is so
but
great.
see, with the Muslims, they're coming here to take over.
Caliphate.
And our government is allowing them to. That's why people like Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, they get away with all this bullshit because nobody wants to do anything to them.
Whenever we do finally get an age of a Gen X in office, you will see some results because it's going to be scorched earth. Everybody's ass will literally be on fire. And I'll tell you why. We got persecuted our whole life. We were told to stay outside all our whole damn life and become feral. Well, now you're going to have to deal with a feral squirrel because we're going to eat your lunch.
Well, I got news for you, Daryl. You all talk about Gen X like you're some kind of golden children.
We are.
We did the exact same shit. Our parents did the exact same shit. The only difference is possibly that they beat us more. But here's the fucking deal. My generation has already been in office, and this is what it's got us.
Yeah. Well, I can't disagree with you there. But it was a little bit later in the boomer generation that was there. They were the ones that did all the beating. And I think
I'm here to tell you that I took my share, and I know there's people my age in the House, the Senate, and all over the states, governments and county governments and whatever, and they're doing a bang up job of fucking everything up. I agree with Trump about the invasion of the UK. Well, yeah. It's hard not. How can you not? It's just like, all right, we haven't invaded. Well, we did. Now, when he's out of office, he might start again. And why you ask, would that happen? Because Trump has signed a bunch of executive orders that are null and void anytime the next president wants them to be. And our Republican Party, which is supposed to be on our fucking side, does nothing
Nothing.
to put anything he has written down on a piece of paper into law.
We did pass the SAVE Act, though, didn't we? Didn't that just pass?
Oh, no, they tried to save it. I mean, I don't think it's gone.
That's
through
what
yet, but
ID voting, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the voter
Yes.
ID.
Yeah,
well,
and
maybe the House did.
yeah, and I think the Supreme
House-
Court struck
yeah.
down the redistricting law that they were signing in Virginia today, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
mean, I've read a lot about that because there's been like 5,000 articles on it, and
Yeah.
they turned, I don't know what, 6 counties into Democrat.
Yeah, they tried to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same thing California tried to do because Texas was scheduled to do redistricting. The Republicans didn't just come in and say we won the state, so we get to do it. They were scheduled to do it. And what's his face? Newscomb in California decided, no, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the opposite in California, and we're gonna take 5 seats that are Republican right now, and we're going to change the control, and we're going to control it for the next 5
You
years.
solve
And
this:
it's like,
2 representatives per
bullshit.
state, 1 senator. That's it. California don't need 25, 30 to 50 freaking representatives. 1, maybe 2.
Okay.
I don't know. Give them 2. Okay. Everybody gets the same amount.
I would want to
Cut the
ask
state and fucking straight down the middle, and that's it. 1 on one side, 1 on the other.
Right.
Yep.
I would want to ask Virgil a question about the UK. How do you feel about the gun laws over there now that you don't have the right to defend yourself? That would be a hard question to answer for me from the grave, actually,
Yeah,
probably.
it wouldn't be for me because I would stick a gun in your face if you come up to my house asking me that shit.
Right.
Hopefully that would give you the answer you wanted. If not, then you're kind of stupid, but whatever. Here's the deal. I ain't giving up my shit.
Mm-mm.
You can come take him, and I guarantee you're going to kill me to get him, and I know that. But you're not taking my rights away from me. Nobody's going to do that.
No one person has the right to do that. My rights are inalienable. They
Yeah.
are given to me by my creator.
It's
Right.
just like when they try to
Yeah.
take away our freedom of speech. Well, when we're on here, there's certain words we can't say. Okay, this ain't
Well-
my site. There's nothing I could do about that. But in real life, I'll speak any damn way I please. And if you don't like it, then I guess don't listen. London looks like Mogadishu.
So, like the little thieves in the streets that snatching your gold chains and phones out of your hands and shit like that. You know, I was in London myself back in 05, I think it was, on a trip to Italy, and I actually took a trip outside the London Gatwick Airport to go kind of check out some of the sites in London. Well, the next day when I got home, one of those double-decker buses, the little red one, it blew up. The very one I was on actually blew up, and a bunch of people didn't make it from that.
Oh, yeah.
And that was
That
I
was a
was
long
one
time ago.
day. I was one day from being an American statistic on that bus.
My question is, how can England fight 2 major wars against Germans and other nations for their independence and freedom only to turn around and give away those rights, those freedoms that the men and women died for? Well, ask that, Stuart. Ask that question of America.
Mm.
Ask the same exact question of every Western country, because America's no better. Look what we just got done doing. We've given this country away to illegals, basically,
Right.
And fraudsters.
and fraudsters. Yes,
Yeah. They came
money
here,
we
they
will
took
never
our-
see again, but those countries sure as hell have.
Yeah.
And I
Never
guarantee
seen
you,
it.
of all the fraudsters there are, they won't prosecute half of them.
We gave 11 people the GDP of Somalia to go back to their hometown with, home country with.
And the way those effing people are going to deal with it is they're going to take all the money we're going to keep giving them for access to the money. They're going to take it all, and then they're effing going to leave.
Yep.
That's how
Well, they
we're
caught
going to
the
get rid
one
of
woman at the
There
airport
won't
with a
be
whole
any more money
suitcase
to
of
give.
money, right?
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, I know up until Trump got in office, of about 35 Espanol personas that were working in a rock quarry for an individual, getting paid cash every week. And they would take that
Good
money
night, Larry.
straight to the Mexican store and send it straight back to Mexico.
Yep. At one
Yep.
point, Western Union was sending $50 billion a month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A month.
I know just
Yeah.
three of my
Back
guys
to
were like
other countries. Here's what I lived amongst them. This is what they did. They got paid, right? They go up to any convenience store. They got a rack of phone cards with 99 phone cards in them, or 100, or whatever, or 180, however many countries in the world. Okay, they'd buy their phone cards, and then they would buy a case of beer. Then they go home and drink a little bit, or a lot of bit usually, and then next day go down to the Western Union and send whatever money had to be sent
to pay
every
their
day, every week. That's what they
pay their
would.
price.
And we're talking about, as Daryl said, cash money.
Oh, yeah.
And that was to pay the cartel to not come and kill them.
Yep. Or sent to their families. But either way, it ended
Yeah.
up in, say, for instance, Mexico. Because that is where the main traffic is coming in, is obviously through Mexico. And many of them are Mexicans. Not all of them, but
No.
many. Now, you also have people that are sending money back to Iran. Every country in the world is here.
Mm.
So they're sending it all back, and that money is money. And they're making our country better. That money is not doing anything for us. It is being sent out of the country. It is taking American jobs. I got news for you. Back in days, well, they do the jobs nobody else wants to do. Well, really? Because I can tell you, I remember there was a time in my life when the construction industry was mostly white and black guys.
Yeah.
And all Americans.
And I've done every damn one of those jobs.
Yeah.
Every damn
So
one.
yeah, we will do those jobs. Yeah, maybe nobody wants to go pick watermelons. I'll give you that. I've watched that. I don't want to do that shit. But then we had migrant workers who got visas, work visas, to come here. And there was a time that at the end of the season, they went home to their country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. They don't go home anymore.
Yeah, they had 3 month visas.
Bill Muckler used to tell us that he and a couple other guys that were in the Marines used to go and pick during the summer with those resident aliens.
Migrant workers, they call them.
Yeah, migrant workers.
Migrant workers.
And they'd go home. They'd go home to their countries at the end of the season, and they'd go. Bill and his guys would go home to wherever they were going.
And then you come back a year later. Go
Yeah.
ahead, sorry.
They come back a year later and do it again.
You just see, you'd be here 3 or 4 or 5, however many months,
Mhm.
and after a while, what it was you would have like customers. The guy in charge of the group would have customers, and he would call them all up. He would set up all the fields that needed to be picked and everything, and what it was, and so on and so forth, and pay and everything else.
Yeah.
And they would, and them fuckers worked their ass off. I'm not lying. I've watched guys picking watermelons. I don't think at this point, maybe I was younger, but now I wouldn't last 5 minutes.
The crazy thing about all that, it wasn't always migrants that did that. It used to be people that had like large families. There would be a few migrants mingled in with them, but my mother's brother had 11 kids. Well, he actually had 13, but 2 of them passed away from stillborn or whatever. But he had 11 kids, and when they was old enough to walk and pick, by damn, they went to the field.
Well, that's why farmers had such large families. Plus, they couldn't afford a TV. So
Right.
that.
They traveled with the migrant workers all the way down into like northern Mexico. Right there on the border around Arizona and places like that, and they would do shit with them there, whatever they you know, I don't know what the hell you farm in Arizona, but probably sand as far as I know. But they, you know, they would follow them everywhere, and they made a fortune doing it. Drove a station wagon, looked like Clark Griswold driving down the interstate. But 11 little
funny.
bobbing heads with no seatbelts on up and down the interstate.
But yeah, but
And people,
That's funny.
people, and God, let's not forget something. The whole attitude about work has changed in this country.
Right.
Everybody wants to get out of college, make $200,000 a year. It doesn't work that way. Never has worked that way. Not unless you are like the very top of your class and sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
Okay, and there ain't that many of them. And everybody still thinks they got to go to college to make a living because they look down their nose at the guy who comes and fixes shit around their house, or, you know, plumbers, air conditioning, whatever,
hmm
you know, and construction guys who build because, well, they sweat and they're yucky or something. I don't know, but the whole nobody wants to sweat anymore.
sweat and be yucky and make
Yeah, and then in the end, you have a
make
chance to
$100,000
make
a
top
year.
dollar, though, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to make
Yeah.
200 grand a year, be a plumber, because that's the best
Yeah,
way to do it.
yeah. That's what people are told. You know, Elon Musk says not everybody needs to go to college. And
I got news for you, Dave. I
Unfortunately,
got
he's
news for
right.
you. Not everybody should go to college.
True.
So that's the way I should have worked.
Anybody with an
Right.
addictive personality or a personality disorder of any type, to where they're heavily influenced by outside
Yeah.
interference, they need to be like go through some kind of decontamination program before they go into.
Yeah, I tell you what, send them into the workforce as a plumber, and I'll tell you this: you will not like the first couple of years. Because, like at my house, you'll be the one crawling underneath there with the snakes and the mice and the sand, which stays with you all day. It's nice. Okay, I was out and I laid down and my head was off the tarp, but I didn't realize it. And about 3 hours later, I scratched my head and 14 pounds of it fell off on my back, which was fun. You know, same thing with an AC guy or, you know, an electrician. You're going to go to work clean and come home filthy and tired. Okay. But you do that so that one day you can be the electrician who is not sweating as much and not having to do all the scut work under the house or this or that or the other. Or you'll own your own company and you'll sit in air conditioning all day. That's why you do
Join
that.
a union.
Our
Join
middle
the
son
union.
went to a trade school and learned every single thing he could about every single effing computer they make.
Yeah, well, that's fine too.
And got a job doing it on a help desk. And when he had to get off the help desk, it was because they actually needed him to come out to wherever it was and fix one in person. And he made more money doing that than he did sitting on the desk waiting to take calls.
Well, we have somebody here with Daryl who probably learned a lot of shit from different guys, but he's self-taught also.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's certified in, I don't know, can you do underwater welding?
No, I don't. I've never done any of that. I mean,
well, you can do everything that ain't in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I right now, man, I feel kind of privileged just to be on the non-chop block list. You know what I mean? For the AI stuff, it's just like there ain't nobody can do what I do. Because I have to do like old school style shit.
Because them
where-
fake people, they can't come to work with their jeans on and weld something.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's I mean, it's a tradesman world out there right now, man. If you're a tradesman, you're gonna
Because
make
in the end, you need two hands to fix any machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as Daryl does, he builds shit.
You know, he was
And,
talking about an electrician and a plumber and everything. I'm getting ready to have to be all of those here within the next couple 3 weeks. I bought my place, but it's not going to be wired. It's not going to have plumbing. It's not going to have anything except windows and walls with no insulation. So I'm
Just
going to
cut
be
a hole in the
starting.
floor. You'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be starting with a basic structure, and I have to do my partition walls. I have to build my own bedrooms. So this is going to be accomplished by me, and I'm going to have to hang the sheetrock right down to everything. So
Yeah. So, but in the end, you
Yeah.
know how to do all that
I
shit,
do. Yeah.
and you know, like I do too. It's not. Well, some of that drywall shit to the ceiling. So I would have to have a machine now,
Mhm.
or you know, one of those jacks. But you know, doing it isn't the hard part. It's he's lucky. He's got like a clean slate to draw on.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as the state agrees that I'm allowed to put a freaking septic tank on it for some reason. I mean,
Well, again, you live in the fucking woods.
yeah,
What's the problem?
What?
on the hill, you know,
Dig a hole, put
Yeah,
a little
what-
house over it, and you're in there.
yeah. I mean, I could have literally got away with doing it the wrong way. I could have.
Listen,
could've-
here's the deal. Yeah, I fixed my septic tank illegally.
Yeah. I mean, I could
You know,
I could have
I did
literally
put
went to
stones
Tractor Supply and bought a 750 gallon tank and 250 foot of field line because I already know what it's going to take to drain a two bedroom house.
yeah, here's the problem. They have made septic tanks so goddamn difficult now that they
Yeah.
cost 15 grand.
Yeah.
Mine is I think it's 1,500 gallons in the ground, concrete. And there's two lines coming off it, and they go about 40, 50 feet. That's it. It's a very simple concept. The problem is they had made not now with all the new EPA bullshit and this and that and the. I got to tell you something. All year round, the only place that is always green on my property is where my shit comes and goes, dies.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the water comes out and keeps everything nice and healthy. When the horses and the mules came, that's where they were eating. They like that shit. I don't know why. That's them. They're not me. Point is everything used to be so simple. It just has to go downhill. That's
Yeah.
it.
Shit rolls downhill. I've
Yeah,
always
I
heard
mean, the
that.
shit goes to the bottom of the tank along with everything else, and you put the Ridex in there, and it dissolves it up, and you know you can get a lot in there, and the water drains out. At which point it
that's
goes
what I
into the
asked.
best filter on the planet, which happens to be the planet, which is the ground,
Yeah.
into the drinking water that comes right back up through my kitchen sink and my shower.
Just don't drink it.
And it don't
Just
smell.
don't
It's
drink
nice.
it. Can't put you-
It goes through sand. It goes through clay. You know, well, that's probably it in Florida, but in many places, there's rocks and everything else. By the time it gets to the water table, up north, it could be 250 feet down. That shit's crystal clear and good.
Yeah. I don't understand this country. I mean, at some point, we just gave it to them to do whatever they wanted to fucking do with it. Sorry, Jim.
Well, the reason for it is that there's so many lobbies that want to sell something,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so they make it a law. So you pay off enough people, the amount of money you make from that far outweighs it.
Yeah.
And it's like that with everything, Dave. You know that.
Well, it's everybody wants to be
Yeah.
put into a classification.
But I mean,
Everybody
I
wants to
don't-
be classified as something else. All right, I'm gay, narcissistic, and sick. Do I get a check for that? No, just for the being sick part. Well, what about being gay? Well, I
that
don't
how they
know.
felt
Let's
there?
vote on that. Yeah, you get extra $50. Okay. I mean,
it's not fun getting a check of my own money.
Yeah.
Every week, but I busted my ass. I'm sorry, Jen, again.
No, that's good.
But I
Dave,
bu-
you're out of
but I-
control tonight, Dave.
But I busted my rear end for 40 years working, and they took money out of my check and put it away.
Yep.
So don't make me feel bad.
And make you beg
because
for it.
while they were taking money out of my check for the first 25 years, Prudential was taking money out of my check so that when I retired, I'd have $1 million. If I kept every one of those Prudential accounts going, I wouldn't need the goddamn check.
Then you wouldn't even be here hanging and slumming with us.
You know,
I remember Ronald Reagan telling me when I was 14-year-old that the what the hell did you just call it? The system, the shit, the freaking
Capital?
elderly payout money, Social Security system.
Oh, so
Social
secure.
Security.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to eventually peter out because when I was 14, the people that were working then were paying the checks for the people that were receiving the checks then.
Yep.
Well, they
Okay.
still
They're
are
still
now.
doing it.
This was 1984.
Yeah.
I was
And
14
then,
years old.
that was, who was that? Johnson
Well-
put it in a general fund
Yeah.
for the use
Yeah.
for anything.
Reagan
It
started
used to have
telling
its own
people that-
actual accounts or whatever.
Yeah.
So you would keep up with whoever died. Then the next guy, he was paying basically for himself. Not
I think
anymore.
Reagan was the president who started telling people he didn't have enough babies. The baby boom ended, and we just didn't have babies for a long time. So no one went out and worked. And then it was, I guess, who had paid in
No.
were the ones
It's
paying
the government
ourselves.
stealing the money, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's as
It
simple
is.
as that gets. It's got shit to do
It
with
is.
people, us. It's got shit to do with babies. It's the goddamn government using it for whatever it wants.
Yeah.
And that right there is why they make you beg for it when you finally do break down and your body
Yeah.
fails you, like mine
Yeah.
did. And then, they wanted to give me $279 a month. And I'm like, who the fuck's supposed to live on this? Okay, fine. I'll take it. I mean, well, it's my money. But then they say, well, your wife gets it. Yeah. Well, you both can't
So
get
what?
it. And then
I mean, they
finally,
did-
62 one day, I said I should see if I could collect,
Yeah.
and it turned out better. But
Yeah.
I'm lucky because, I'm lucky I got that.
But I mean, it's the same thing. My mother took care of all of us, and she worked for can't remember how many years as a teacher. But then my dad died, and they told her, "Oh, well, his is more, so you don't get yours."
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
It's a joke. Anyway, we got to go. I got to go.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
understand none of it. I
don't
understand that
understand
they're screwing us all, is what I know.
yeah,
On almost anything you can think of. And if they ain't doing shit like that, they're taxing us on everything. And if they can't call it a tax, they'll call it a fee.
Or come up with a new
Man,
code or something.
Yep.
I have friends who bought trucks that were doing, terrific jobs with their diesel rigs, but now people who can't even speak, read, or write English get
Oh, they took care of that
A
problem.
license.
That
They're
problem.
driving a better truck than I
they're
am.
firing a lot of those
Yeah.
people now, which is what they should be doing, because some of these people are dangerous. A lot of them are just stupid, but some of them are dangerous and stupid.
Well, here's the thing. I know a lot of them are driving a better truck than I am. And although I don't have jealousy over that, I can tell you that's wrong.
Yeah, and we need to
Because
go
I
after
got to
the
tell you,
companies.
even when I was working, I couldn't afford a $100,000 truck, but somehow they can.
Yeah,
Um,
but I just don't understand this country. I
I
mean,
don't
if
either.
they want us out of here that bad, then they got to get rid of those people they brought in here.
All right, so Jen, before you go to your last words there, you really need to learn to interrupt.
Yes.
Okay.
That's,
Pardon me.
Especially,
Sorry. Thank you.
well,
Oh.
between Dave and Daryl, I was very quiet, as you noticed.
How much they talk? I know.
I
No,
know.
I'm kidding. No, you're fine. I'm teasing
Anyway,
you. You're
any last
fine.
words from Maya Angelou or anything like that?
No, we're not talking about that. Okay. Oh, but that person. She likes Barack. What the heck? Okay, yeah, I would like to say that we're all a little broken, but hey, broken crayons still color. And so,
Mm.
anyways, that's a book by this Tony Collier. And I'm going to be promoting her book on my site. And keep your fingers crossed, say your prayers, or whatever you do, because I'm trying to earn this status called UGC with Crayola, where they cut you a check if you keep giving them
Ooh.
user generated content. And so, we're going to promote her book. And then I have this craft I do with broken crayons, and we like melt them down in these shapes in it's like a mold made out of silicone, so it won't melt down in the oven. Don't eat out of it, especially don't eat wax. But we're gonna make these little dinosaur shaped um, crayons with broken crayons. So I just wanted you all to be encouraged that
Cool.
broken crayons still color.
That's right.
Thank you.
You ever see that video? The guy who made the guitar out of broken crayons. It's cool.
No, I would
When
love
he was done, it
that.
was cool. I don't know who'd buy it, but whatever. Mr. Darrell.
Yeah, just remember, folks, a broken clock is still right twice a day, and it still has
Love
better
it.
statistics than most Democrats. And I just want to make sure everybody knows I do my best to tell the truth about everything I say. And if you don't believe me, I don't care. I just really don't. I mean, it don't affect me none whatsoever. I'm going to go in there and like pull my clothes off and go to bed here after a while, and I won't even think about you. But I'm just, I just don't care. I really don't. And I love everybody that loves me, and I hope you have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Dave, what are you waiting for?
Well, I was waiting. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Awkward. No, it's okay. Go on.
But let's see. Tomorrow's Thursday, so we're on 7 p.m. on my channel and on the YouTube channel. And I have no idea what we're going to talk about, which means we're going to probably have as much fun as we did here. I do know that Jerry's off tomorrow, so he may not be able to be on tomorrow. But anyone and everyone is welcome, and everyone gets a turn. I do, in fact, shut up and let other people talk. So come and see me. 7 o'clock on my channel, on my profile, and on my channel.
Awesome.
Okay, I was trying to be on mute because the dogs were upset.
Okay.
As soon as that music at the end hits,
They
it's like
know.
a symphony out there. They actually know when I'm done.
Cute.
Please stay
Okay.
vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings
Like
at all
start.
times, and always remember it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name's Jerry. On behalf of Miss Jen, Daryl, and Dave, we bid everybody a good night. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? And we'll see everybody. I don't know, probably Friday. Don't forget about Dave tomorrow night, and we will hopefully. I'll try to send out a link if I have a chance to. Thank you.
Great.
Bye.
Thank you.
See ya.
Can I do it? Yeah.